Hello there. Today we're going to be making beef stew in the Instant Pot. Instant Pot, obviously going to cook a lot quicker. So the first thing we're going to do is put our meat into the Instant Pot. I'm just going to put one, this is stew meat. So we can put one layer down and just let it split it in half. Alright, so we're going to do this in batches. We're going to season this, a little salt and pepper, and we're just going to let it do its thing for about 5 minutes. So what I wanted to talk about is what we do differently in our beef stew. Instead of using potatoes, we use root vegetables, specifically parsnips and turnips. Okay, the difference between parsnips, turnips, and potatoes is that they are a lot lower starch content and they have less calories than potatoes. All the root vegetables are kind of like carrots, beets, turnips, parsnips, rutabagas. They all have lower starch than potatoes and sweet potatoes, and they can be really counted as vegetables rather than starches in your meals. And they also have a more earthy taste, which is really great in stews, and I roast them with doing a whole chicken on the side. So as you can see, there's a yellow skin on that, and this one's kind of a purplish, and they have to be peeled, and they end up like this, kind of white. The parsnips are a little off-white, more yellowish, and the turnips are very white. So they give that a little more flavor than potatoes do. So we're going to let this saute, and then we're going to put in the second batch, put in the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so we're going to turn the meat to get it on both sides, and then this batch will be done in about 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll do the second batch. Alright, so we have browned the meat nicely. We'll take out this second batch, put it on a separate plate, and then next we're going to cook the onions and the root vegetables in the Instant Pot, and then we'll put everything together. Alright, so this is one large chopped onion. I'm going to put into the Instant Pot. We're still on saute function. I'll do this for about 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, this is about 4 chopped garlic cloves. Put that in. Stir for a minute. Alright, this is a can of beef broth. Put that right in. Alright, next we're going to add in some chopped celery and carrots. And everybody likes carrots, so we're going to put in a bunch more. We're going to add in our root vegetables. This is 3 turnips and 3 parsnips. Put those right in. Alright, one of the ingredients that always goes well in beef stew is Worcestershire sauce. We're going to put in a couple tablespoons of that. Alrighty, we've got 1 bay leaf. Throw that in. We got some thyme. Put a tablespoon of that in. Gonna give this a big stir. Alright, we're gonna toss our meat in with the juices. One last thing is, we have a can of diced tomatoes. Put those in. We're gonna stir this. Get everything together. Alright, so we're going to close the Instant Pot. And we're going to set high pressure to 35 minutes. We're going to close the vent, make sure that it is closed, and we'll just wait for this to heat, and then we'll be back. Alright, so the Instant Pot has finished its 35 minutes of pressure cooking, and we're going to let it naturally release for an additional 15 minutes. And after that 15 minutes, we will trip the button back here that is the vent, and then it'll continue to release. So as soon as the 15 minutes is up, we'll release and finish the dish. Alright, we've let it naturally release for 15 minutes, and it's just finishing the manual release where we pop the vent. And as soon as the little button goes down, be ready to open up. There it was. Alright, so we're going to open up. Wow. Alright, so we're going to stir this a little bit. Alright. So the one thing we have to do at some point is find the bay leaf, which we'll try to do. But what we're going to do now is thicken this. We're going to use some cornstarch and cold water, which is a natural thickener. And we're going to do that in just a second. Alright, so we're going to add in our thickener, which is cornstarch and cold water. And this, we're going to stir, and this will be thickened in just a minute. So the last thing we're going to do, we're going to add some frozen peas, regular frozen peas. Put those on top. No need to cook them ahead of time. And look, found the bay leaf. So if it looks like it needs a little more thickening, just add a little more cornstarch and water. So there you have it. This is our beef stew in the Instant Pot, ready in 35 minutes. It's very tasty. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. Appreciate all our subscribers. Please like our videos, comment, and as always, see you next time.